For now, let's bring in the Fox News political insiders. Lawmakers are hoping for answers in the next round of hearings on the Internal Revenue Service's targeting of political conservatives. Tomorrow, IRS Commissioner John Koskinen will face another round. This time, Congressman Darrell Issa and the House Oversight Committee will hear from him. And here are the political insiders: Pat Caddell, John LeBoutillier, and Doug Schoen. You know what's really interesting about this? Do we still have a little bit of that sound on tape? I want you guys to hear this from the hearing. A lot of people missed this, but it really caught my ear and eye. Does Lois Lerner have a cell phone? Watch this.
Do you know if Lois Lerner had a BlackBerry or an iPhone?
I do not know.
You don't know?
I do not know.
Do employees of the Internal Revenue Service carry mobile devices that are issued to them by the government?
They carry mobile devices. The mobile devices run the same email system. People do not have on their office BlackBerries if they have
All
them.
right.
Or whatever.
Let's wrap it there, because I think the big news there was that, you know, Lois Lerner's at the center of this whole thing. She pled the fifth. She doesn't want to talk. She was in charge, John. And those guys don't even know if she had a BlackBerry or an iPhone.
Yeah, they don't seem to know much, and they don't tell anybody anything. And for anyone to believe that these emails were coincidentally lost from her and 6 other key officials there, just at the period when the targeting, and it's not conservatives, it's Tea Party people and pro-Israel groups were targeted too, because they disagreed with the president's foreign policy. And this thing goes right up into the White House. There's no question in my mind that there's a political direction put in here, and they're scrambling to do the cover-up. Happily, by Friday night, the mainstream media finally gave a few minutes on the evening news for the first time to this IRS.
This is not a political, like a Democrat or Republican. This affects all Americans. I mean, this is about our freedom here. You know, it's interesting. John Jacobson says on Twitter, why can't Congressman Issa just subpoena the NSA about Lois Lerner's emails? Doug?
Well, that's a good idea. I would like to know what, if anything, is left on Lois Lerner's own BlackBerry, and I'd like to know what the company that was hired to back up the IRS emails in 2005 has in their files. But it absolutely strains credulity, as John and Pat have suggested, that somehow all these emails have disappeared. I mean, this makes Rosemary Woods' 18.5-minute gap during Watergate look like a walk in the park.
Pat, before we go to you, Jose writes on Twitter, Ms. Faulkner, oh, he's so respectful. The IRS has a contract with a private email recovery archive company that Doug was just alluding to. I spoke of it. It's called Sonasoft. Now, I'm thinking they spent, from what I'm reading, some money advertising. How excited they were to get the IRS as their client. You know, they might be a little motivated to go back and find those emails on their own just to prove their service works.
You wish somebody would. Let me just say something. If you believe the 6,000 emails and all these things crash and can't be recovered, and we're only told of the Congress this week after being known for months, look, then you probably believe that after 642 days, a man who was running around in the open in Libya, in Benghazi, who was a suspect, finally gets picked up. And it has nothing to do with the political agenda of the White House. I want to tell you, look, only a simpleton cannot grasp, or at least a partisan simpleton, that there is a cover-up going on here. And even the Republicans are incompetent at getting at the heart of it. All I can tell you is Bob Bauer, husband of Anita Dunn, who launched the anti-Fox campaign of the White House, came in as White House counsel. He is the one in 2008 demanded that Lois Lerner go after these groups. He moves in the White House. Commissioner Schulman moves in literally like a permanent resident of the White House, and we have all this targeting. You all think this is a coincidence? Not at all. And the media is to blame for this because they've decided to put their partisan support for one president, one party ahead of America and ahead of the American people knowing the truth. And the Republicans are just incompetent.
Pat Caddell does not mince words.